get out of it, and that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
He'll look to throw. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
First carry for Doug Martin, the two-time Pro Bowler in Tampa. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll run it. Here's Martin. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And Myers able to knock it through, and the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage. As we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Here's Myers now to kick it away. Now it's Crowder. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He almost had it. The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. Offensively, might be thinking, what's going on here? 1 for their first 7 throwing the football.
So maybe they're thinking about rethinking their strategy a little bit right now with the way that they're throwing it around, not having that success. Might have to lean on the running game for a little while and see if they can get him back in form.
And incomplete here on 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Here we go now.
On first down, Jones. They'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they put man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what it said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good. I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
On second down, Martin. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to the end zone real fast.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And he'll be taken down at the 34. A minute 57 to go in this first half. Back to the booth right after this. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Operating from the gun, Jones steps away to his left. He may try and run for this. Able to pick up a dozen yards, but they needed more. Fourth down.
I like this effort there. He got it done on his other guys have coverage responsibilities.
Good job of rallying, though, because I thought when he first took off, he might pick up the first down. And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2. So it's an empty possession there, and you have to say it's not like him to come up short on a kick like that.
Yeah, and it's real easy for me to say this, but anything in the 40 to 49-yard range should be pretty automatic for an NFL kicker, especially in terms of at least getting it there. So you're right. That is a surprise that this would come up short.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Green 39! Green 39!
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running too, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage.
Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. The Seahawks on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. He can run for it, and he will. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now back to throw. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Gary and Conley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
And we will likely not see another play here as they take the knee and hit. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. So we've reached halftime in a low-scoring affair, just a pair of field goals. 3-3 is our score. As they say here in London, all to play for as we are back underway in the second half. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half. Their defense did its job, yielded no points.
How much fun is that when you set things up to start a half and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it. Which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. So, Charles, tie game here. What are your keys as we continue to play this second half?
I know people think it's always trite when you say the same things over and over, but they're tried and true in the game of football. Who's going to block better? Who's going to tackle better? In this case, to me, it's turnovers. You've got to take care of the football in order to win the game.
Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
Well, he's proven real effective running the football. No one open, don't force it. Just get what you can, and that's what he's done very well in this game.
Lucky 56. Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
Back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Derek Johnson. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Again, it's Martin. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now Jones letting one fly deep for Cooper. And it's incomplete, almost intercepted. He had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. It brings up 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come.
So the missed field goal, and now they're in great shape. They'll start at the 38. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And running with power here. And he finds a man with a crossing route. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. They'll look to throw here on first down. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw now on first down. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught. It's Thomas. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good pickup there at 22.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now Bell, and he will not be denied. Into the end zone, touchdown Seahawks. Le'Veon Bell, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to strike for 6. Janikowski good with the extra point, and the lead is now 10-3. Out to kick is Janikowski. This is taken at his 4. Then he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it. Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3. And off comes DeMartin. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Raiders on third down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try and run for it. Here's Hill. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Let's go.
They go play action here on first down. They'll roll him out right. And it's incomplete. D'Anthony Thomas, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Leopard.
The Seahawks on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Leopard. Leopard.
Again, it's Bell. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. This is Bell. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on fourth down.
No, check. Patriot!
Now a first down carry by Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Marcus Gilchrist. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm. All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off. I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go now.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
False start, offense.
That's going to set them back 5 yards. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8.
Here we go now.
Following the penalty, it's Hill. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
Brandon, we're into the second half, and this offense has not scored a lot of points, and that was another example of why. I think it's time to open things up and start really trying to move the ball.
3-19.
Jones, off play action. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28. Christian Jones. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
And we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, he really didn't give anybody a chance. Oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off William Gay. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Scoring has really been at a premium. And, Charles, you got to tip your cap to this defense coming in here. And their offense, too, but this whole team coming in here on the road, getting a hard-fought win.
I think the way that they're finishing this one up, an exclamation point on a terrific game. As you noted, hard for them to put points on the board, and they hold them down one more time and finalize things.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Blue 90. All right, now look at 56.
Now a shotgun snap as they look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make him play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there the defense won the battle. They're going to look to throw. And James has it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. and looks like he'll throw here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Going with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Line of scrimmage, the 31, as they line up 2nd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. There they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here. So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have is chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions maybe in the back of his mind. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. They'll look to throw here. On the catch, it's Crowder. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. He'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Byron Maxwell. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Now remember, this is the #1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air. They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
Janikowski adds the extra point. Checking the NFL scoreboard, they're in the 4th now in Minneapolis. And the lead is now 17-3. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here come the Raiders. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. This too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Let's go! 3-19! 3-19!
Here's Jones. From the gun on 3rd down. It's caught. Nelson. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And he'll get up and spike it with 11 seconds remaining. And it's incomplete. And now we're down to 10 seconds. Now Jones to throw on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Raiders on third down. A very anemic, 1 for 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now in desperation. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off down at the 2. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, as always, partner, an extreme pleasure to share a booth with you. I have to say, I am impressed at your discipline because you came here and you said you were not going to eat any of the media buffet. You made it to the end. You didn't consume a single calorie.
I appreciate that. What you missed is me going to the concession stand outside of your eyesight and getting it done that way. Look, I mean, they were serving the good stuff. I had to do it.
Oh, man, but you're svelte, in good shape, but yeah, you cheated a little bit. We'll let it slide.
I appreciate that. Always a pleasure to work with you.
So for the Seahawks, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Oakland, and God, certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL.